and good evening. And we've got 4 viewers listed already. That's a good start. Anybody want to make themselves known? Else we say hello and get warmed up. Tonight we have the leftover of the Christmas mulled wine. Checking you can actually hear me. The answer is yes. The choices were a gin and tonic or mulled wine, and being French, we're at least going to pretend that this is wine and go with the mulled wine. You can live over there. So, plans for tonight. On my left and up in your top left-hand corner, we have dragged out the Atari ST and the Roland MT-32. The Atari ST has its video. We're going to be playing, let's start this one better. We're going to be playing Delphine Software's Cruise for a Corpse, 1991. It was available on the ST, the Amiga, and the PC. We are playing the ST version. We're playing it on my mildly modified 1040 STE. This thing's got 4 gig of RAM in it, 4 meg of RAM in it, and also has an Ultra Satan hanging out the back and runs dual TOS. So we're running on TOS 2.06. Running on a newer TOS anyway. Hello, one of you. So yeah, running on a newer TOS. Video from the STE goes to the goes first of all to the OSSC that's currently hidden under the desk, which upscales it to the nice version that you see on the screen at the moment. That goes to the capture card, which goes to the big PC that's under the desk. We have both sets of audio capture at the minute, so the Atari captures directly into the video capture card, and then we've got the MIDI out from the Atari ST going. Let's see if we can get fingers into play. Hello, here's my hands. The video out from the Atari ST. Video out? The MIDI out from the Atari ST going into the Roland MT-32. And then the audio from that goes into the big PC as well. And it all gets lovely jubbly mixed into OBS. And then presented for your viewing and gaming pleasure. So, this is one of the few games on this platform that has MT-32 support, so we are roughly running through the list of games that we do have support for. Lots of Sierra games do. We are not playing Codename Iceman. We probably will at some day, but not today. So we're going to give this a shot. Despite it having MT-32 support, the music's quite limited, so I've got a separate soundtrack for us to play along with when the music dies down. So this should be okay now. I reckon we kick this off. Let's go. He says. If it looks like the early bits of the game are familiar to me, myself and Kat did play this in the living room around Christmas time and got very lost in places. I've played chunks of it with a walkthrough already once. That's probably not going to help. So I'm not playing it with a walkthrough now. Is that person unwell? Hello, Richard. Yes, mildly unwell. May have slight case of the COVIDs. MIDI on. Yes, please. How are you today? This game does run surprisingly well on an 8 MHz processor. Yeah. But it is still only running on an 8 MHz processor, so we will need a little bit of patience as we're playing this game. It uses Delphine Software's cinematic system, so I think it looks absolutely outstanding. When you compare it to what we were getting out of Space Quest, you'll see once we get into the game, it looks stunning for what this machine can do. Spent much of the day fighting a random number generator that isn't. Ah, I know that one well. What platform? Or was it a limitation of environment, or was it a limitation of software? Quite possibly. Behold copy protection that may be cracked. We're not playing this from disk. We are playing this from hard disk. We're playing this with courtesy of Peter Putnick's hard disk adapted version. You should be able to hear that okay? Sounds good. Excellent. It was on a cold spring morning. Destiny finally decided to knock at my door. Nervously scratched on the envelope. A harmless invitation. On board the magnificent sailboat of my host, the wealthy Nicholas Karabajan. Better balance? Mike's further away than I would like. But just after my arrival, Mr. Dustier? Open up, it's Hector, Mr. Carabound's butler. Inspector, come quickly! Something awful has happened to my master! I swiftly followed in the butler's footsteps, and we found ourselves at the scene of the crime. Carabound was stretched out on the floor while I approached the body. Which one's the Tintin reference? I don't know much Tintin. I recall before slipping into unconsciousness that 2 words came to me. Corpse. Bruise. Cruise for a chalk outline. Corpse. Cruise for a corpse. Story conception. We'll let the credits roll for a minute. So let's have a quick catch up. Fills the pool with a constant for a while before starting up the hardware RNG. So I'm guessing you run a delay before dipping into the random generator. Ah, is the name Captain Haddock's ship and the secret of the unicorn. This is a French game. I'd be curious if they use the same name in the French version. I suspect so. You may guess from the names how French this game is. French logic. It explains some of the... It's the same animation system as was used for Another World, if you're familiar with that. It's one of the cleverest freaking presented games that I've got. Partner is a huge Tintin fan. We'll take it. Tomorrow morning. Did not work well for Northern English logic. I mean, we should have the hang of this by now. I'm going to have to move the boom mast. It doesn't work in that position. Good day, sir. I must warn the family. Good. I'll see you in a short while. As he slinks off, as the butler slinks off into the background. Okay, so we have a mild concussion. We're upright. We get a point-and-click interface in there, so it's exclusively point-and-click. When you click on an item, you get a number of things that you can do with it. So, get up. No, not now. Examine. Let's go have a look at the rug. This rug seems very little worn. Apart from that, there are no... This rug seems very little worn. Apart from this, there are no traces. Somebody stabbed him, but he got better. This is the detective. He didn't get stabbed. He just got smacked. Okay. Behold an ashtray. Let's go look at the ashtray. Bizarre, bizarre. Not a shred of evidence in this ashtray. Okay, folks. Here's the first thing that took us 8 hours to work out. Is 8 hours accurate? You will notice this is the ashtray. Yep. Fine. You will notice that there are 4 pixels to the left of the ashtray. That's a piece of paper. A little piece of paper, a piece of crumpled paper. At last, some evidence. Take the piece of paper. Not a mouse skull. No. Tell you what, I can't remember. Inventory. Right click for inventory. There we go. Piece of paper. Unfold. Good idea. That will let me read it. So this is... If anybody was with me for the first of the Law Rabot games, which I can't remember the name of apart from it's the Law Rabot game, that game worked on a time system where certain events happened at certain times and you had to be in the right place at the right time for it to happen. This game will not move on in time until certain events are satisfied. So it's similar but not the same. Good to have that piece of paper. You never know when you might have a cleaning robot to distract. There's something written on it. Do you want to read it? How about we read it? Some words have been quickly scribbled on it. We must resolve this problem. Meet me tonight, 8 p.m, at the bar. It's a matter of life or death. Signed, F. Jokes. Oh! It is now 10 past 8. Let's have a look at the roll-top desk. It's a beautiful wood roll-top desk. Don't you think so? Well, we can't open it. But what is this in front of it? It's a lock. Some moments later. This lock is waiting for its key. We do not have the key. Okay. Let's have a look at the bookcase. Have a look at the bookcase. Oh, hello. I don't remember doing this last time. NLCI. Gonna make me take notes. Gonna make me take notes. Gonna need my notebook for the traditional pile of post-it notes and a mechanical pencil. NLCI. Oh, reach for N. Won't reach for L. He won't reach for any of the others. You put the book back in the bookcase. I mean, okay. Let's go back there again. Might only be able to pick one book up at a time. It depends what we're wanting the book for. I have no idea what we want this book for. Well, when we quit the screen, it immediately put the book back. So he'll pick one book up, but he won't take it away. But he will examine the book. Read the book. There's nothing of interest in this book. I'm thinking swapsies, yeah, because there's 2 additional places that books could go into. Let's look at the books as we go as well. Nothing of interest in that book either. Nothing in there. Have a quick check. But I think you're right. I think it's a swapsies. Nothing in that book. I can't spell a word. How's everybody's Wordles game going? CLIN. I've got nothing yet, but we've got the letters. This is the first screen. This is definitely a potential comeback to it. But we didn't get here before. So, hey, winner. Okay. Do not get drunk tonight. Sorry. Do not get mildly hydrated on the non-alcoholic mulled wine. A solid oak trunk. Maybe I can look inside. It'll be locked. Oh. Of course it's not locked. Search. This trunk is hopelessly empty. The trunk is indeed open. Have a look at the painting. An old painting is leaning against the wall. I mean, that's nice. Can we move the painting? Okay, the trunk is empty. There's 4 books on that shelf. Some technical books on navigation. It's a huge package wrapped in ribbon. But his gift wasn't meant for me. Would you like it if I stole your gifts? He doesn't care. He's dead. Recipe book. hopelessly empty, a French existentialist view of the universe. These are in Greek, Chinese. Okay. Let's have a look at the bin. An upside down bin. This lacks class, don't you think? Leave it alone for now. I don't see anything in the bin. Shark teeth. A shark's teeth imprints which seems strangely sharpened. There. Examine the card. Do not disturb. No. Don't go out yet. Turn it over. I see what you're getting at, but at last there's nothing special. Time to go out. Okay. Again, I'm going to point out 1991, it's an Atari ST. It's running at 8 megahertz. It runs on a Mega RAM, this. In fact, it'll run on a 5... I think this game will run on a 512. And there are 16 colours on the screen. Every time I get an ST game that does this kind of work, I sit there going, okay, I'm just going to commit this to memory so when I draw my own and realise just how shit my own look. It's like, this is how good that could be. Okay. Examine. Box of electrical spare parts. Okay. It's nailed down. I need pliers. It's heavy and I don't like exertion. Leave it alone. It's amazing how little effort he wants to exert. You can see this machine straining now. Can is full of machine grease. Okay. We open the can. Go on, find a body part, find a body part, find a body part, find a body part. I don't want to put my fingers in it. I'm hearing a lot of can't and not a lot of can or do. Hatch door. Open the hatch door. It's like working with sixth form students. A cross-headed screwdriver is needed for this. What kind of detective are you? Open hatch door. I must unscrew this with the help of key number 14. So we need pliers, key number 14, and a screwdriver. Accumulator. Impressive, this battery. It can put out 20 kilowatts. Okay. Can we open it? I'll need a flathead screwdriver. He's back to screwdrivers again. Is this reasonable? Can we get electrocuted? We've not had a bullshit death for weeks. We're desperate for one. Okay, can we open the case? It's locked with a key. Oh my god. Right. So far, nothing in here. But which key? Didn't say which key. Key number ultimatum. The door is locked. Okay. Upstairs. Never said this was a fast game. Just technically excellent. Maybe the A key. The any key. Oh, the kid's not here. Okay. So the first time you come up here, if you've not picked up the piece of paper, there's a child cleaning the floor. So this is already different to my first playthrough. Let's have a look at the sign. Access strictly reserved for personnel only. We can go to the left or we can go to the right. Take your pick. Vote now. This is what they call interactive content. Make it quick. Left. Is that your random number generator at work? Left it is. Still, all of them left. Oh, we got audio. Oh, it clipped the sparse MT-32 audio then. Hello there. Let's talk to you. Speak to the washerwoman. You can very well see that I'm busy, Inspector. I mean, there's a dead body on board. Surely the priority of the dead body overtakes the washing. I appreciate that on a normal day I'd probably say the washing overtakes the dead body, but... Can I search the laundry basket? Or is she going to get upset? Nothing of interest. It's covered by laundry. Nothing that could interest you. Are you claiming the inspector is spreading fake news? The laundry basket is full. Search. There are other things to do. Like, he really doesn't like clues of laundry. Read the sign. Household linen. Uh-huh. Kitchen linen. Can we read the third sign? Guests. Guests linen. But we can't search that one, right? If it was going to be anything of interest, it would be in the guest linen. Nothing suspicious. Search the chamber pot. Nothing of interest. Touch the hanging laundry. It's indifferent to you. The laundry isn't dry yet. Very sorry, that's very in-joke. Touch the other laundry. It's also indifferent to you. touch the guest laundry. What are you, some kind of laundry botherer? I think I've had too much to drink already. Okay, in we go. Oh! The kitchen is my territory, so get out of here, Inspector. Well. You're like 7 foot. I get perspective is a thing. Get out of my kitchen. I thought this looked familiar. Nah, standard Azabat response. Must be a caken day. Next one. Oh. Is this what I think it is? The door is locked. Well, can we... We can examine the keel. The side has been grazed. Oh. Interesting. Open it using a piece of paper. That's interesting. So I'm guessing you can hear the bip sound. Hemp rope. Okay. Yeah, I was curious about... I believe this game used one audio source or the other, but I think it's outputting the occasional bipping noise via the Atari audio output, as well as the MT-32 audio. So it's a good job we've actually got both piped through to here. I'll try and keep an eye on my audio levels. Let me check that. Yeah, they're both piped through, so we should get both. Okay, so this is the other side of the ship. We've done one side, this is the other side. Let's go have a nosy. The bar. I have remembered there is a map, and I have remembered there is a fast travel system. What was that, hour 6 last time? This is not an intuitive game, is it? Ah, a bottle. Examine the bottle. A bottle of wine, uncorked. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. No panic. Did anybody else hear that? Well, Inspector, may I serve you a little something? Oh, no thanks, I need to keep my head about me. Yeah, good. Let's have a look at the table. Yeah, there's a lamp on the table in the middle of the room. That came from the Atari, not from the 32. A few drops of gravy on the tablecloth. Okay, gravy. Now the correct response here is to lick it. wonder if we're cooking it. Just before we carry on, give us a minute. Bad choice of use of parts, but why not? Exceptionally bad choice of use of parts. That way around here. That should help. Okay. It makes that noise when it's busy. I did some digging on the system export. But yeah, that can be when the processor starts to get too warm as well. So. It's bolted down, not surprising on a ship. Touch. Just move like a tablecloth. Still be visible from that. There's a red cloth on the table. Search. I can't see anything suspicious. It's not the right time. Impossible to move it any further. Spiritualism won't help us. Okay. We can inspect the bench. A few breadcrumbs spread on the bench. Okay. Rub. The waiter will take care of it. What happens if we inspect this one? It's the same for... The bench is bolted down and it must weigh a ton. Handle? What was that? Give me that again. It looks very cozy. The handle looks very cozy. Are you sure? We can't let ourselves get off the train. Okay. Did we talk to the waiter? I got distracted by potential overheating issues. Oh well, we're talking to this guy now. This is Tom. Say hello, Tom. What can I do for you, Inspector? Hi, Tom. Let's go with... Thanks for your help to end the conversation. Let's talk about you. My solicitor's office takes care of Nicholas's business. That's nice. We haven't got a lot to talk about people yet, so... Meeting at the bar. I don't know. I was in my room at that moment and I didn't hear anything. Okay. Can we ask Hector about Hector? Hector is Nicholas's butler, and his right arm, I suppose. Nicholas's death. Nicholas wasn't a saint, but I don't see who would want to get back at him so much to kill him. Really? In any case, Hector must be the one who's unhappy. I've never seen such a zealous servant. Well, that's putting the blame clearly at somebody's door. So we've talked about Nicholas's death. We've talked about the meeting at the bar. That's it for now, I think. Let's talk about Tom. My solicitor's office takes care of the business. Thanks for the help. Suspiciously non-specific denial. Oh, it's moved on to 8:20. Oh. And now Tom's playing music? Can I help you, Inspector? Hector's devotion. Hector was already working for Nicholas when I met him. They shared a closeness hard to explain. Okay. Okay. Take note of that. Let's have a look at the gramophone. A record of JB Big Band. A sure investment. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. Let's have a nosy at the film projector. Haven't seen a Z like that in ages. It's lovely, isn't it? Oh. Okay, pull that back out. So we can replace the film that's in the film projector. You okay? There is a film projector in this little rattan piece of furniture. Okay, outside the room we go. They're still coming? Everybody's sleepy coming out of lockdown, basically. No one remembers how to do stuff in person anymore. I found this the same. We've got rope. It'll be fine on the day. So, this is a different closet. This is a cupboard. Well, you called it a closet. I didn't call it a closet. You called it a closet. Ah, yeah. It's the closet you can't walk away from. It's a stick. Broomstick replacements. It's a jar. This jar has sand in it. Notice we're cleaning in 15 lessons. We can't take any of these. Spider's web. A beautiful spider's web. There's even a spider in it. Why would I want to destroy the spider's web? Anyone check the closet for Hector? Ouch! I don't want to destroy the spider's web. These little insects are really useful. Examine the box. Box of laundry soap. A lot gone. Okay. Hector is downstairs. But at this point, we can go, if I can remember how the hell to get there, upstairs. So, back to the end. Hang on. No. We were right before. It was that end. Anyone got any spare CPU cycles? Down we go. You're fine. I do hold my breath. It's difficult to... So I've got the GameX engine running and I can save from the GameX engine, and I might do that in a minute. But also a hold your breath as you do it kind of operation. Because it takes a dump of the memory state, drops that to the hard drive, and then you can carry on from where you were. I don't think we've used that in anger yet. But it's not the kind of thing that... That's going down. Not going up. Hey, you?
Hi.
You heading out?
I am, but I need something that's in here, I think.
Come and get it. So Hector lives in here. Say, Kat's going to just pop her head in. Say hi.
I'm going to screw with all of you.
Could screw with the green screening. Oh, you screwed with the camera. Say hi!
And does this screw with it? Oh, it does a little. Oh, it does.
And she's gone.
Bye!
Okay, let's take our inspector down to the other end of the ship. Cat's got set up for tomorrow because one of us is still running events, at least. Okay. Down we go. There's a nice soundtrack during this bit. It's a shame they couldn't give you more of it. You know, with a Sierra game, you get soundtrack all the way through. With this, you just don't quite get a lot of it. Okay, so you'll notice. We get a. It's not quite a mast, is it? It's a statue of some form. And we're on the deck. Bye. Okay. So now we're on the deck and we get rooms and we can investigate rooms. And this is lovely. Notice we're on a ship. So the horizon line goes up and down in the background. It's an empty bin. The ocean is big, really big. I'm going to be an absolute monster and leave the toilet seat up and the tap open. An absolute monster. No reason to do so, just I am. But yeah, that's just a nice animation effect. Have a look at the barge. Steer you in the wrong direction, Raoul. To steer you in the wrong direction. You may think it's a long way down to the shops, but that's peanuts compared to the ocean. Oh, where did you come from? Gonna do that again. And I'm just going to keep an eye on where that audio comes from, whether it comes from the MT or whether it comes from the Atari. If I can keep my eyes straight for a minute. Comes from the Atari. That knock sound effect is directly from the machine. Nice touch. Let's have a look at the locker. So yeah, it blends the audio. This locker is locked. So you can't just rely on one audio device for this game. You've got to use a mix of them, mix of both. But again, look at the perspective shift as we're coming forwards. It's a nice touch. A bucket. It's not worth it. It has a hole in it. Hatchway must lead to the kitchen, but we can't open the hatchway. And still the horizon's going up and down. Knock, 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 knock. Open. Door's locked. What we haven't done is look through the windows, and we probably should. This makes you want to sunbathe. Well, can we unfold the lounge chair? We're not on vacation. Jesus. Look through the porthole. I can't see anything special. There's porthole on the other side. We should probably look through there. There's a huge amount of maps going on in this. Can't look through that porthole. Into my room. Hang on. My room? So I can just walk into that one. There we go. Have a look at the bedspread. This bedspread must be very warm, Raoul. I mean, that's nice. The pillow. The pillow is on the bed. The case. This is Julio's trunk. Golf clubs. The golf clubs are not very clean. This is Julio's golf bag. And we have a look in the hat box. Oh. Let's have a look at the hat. The hat in the box is brown. I have no idea why that's important. Well, we already opened it, so you want to close it? Yes. The hat in this box is mauve. Mauve. A mauve and a brown hat. Another bedspread. Mirror. I mean, that's a drawer. Drawers are useful. The drawer's empty. Well, let's close it. Switching to mauve alert. Yeah. Let's have a look at the box. This is a grey cardboard box. It's a green bedspread. Blue sheets. Mauve jogging out. Someone likes mauve. Soccer shoes. Isn't this my raincoat? You tell me? Alright, see you later. This is my red scarf. Well, good for you. None of that is helpful. The lack of urgency at dealing with this murder is amazing. Like, there's a death on this boat. Yeah, we're gonna look at the scarf. The scarf's the important bit. Oh, okay. Not getting any more dead. I mean, technically correct. I feel like that's the worst kind of correct. See if we can interrupt someone. The door is locked. Let's have a look through that window. No one's going anywhere for a few weeks. Also true. This glass is dirty. I don't see anything. Cabin 6. What about that one? We look through that one. I can't see anything because of the reflection. Have you tried shading it? This door is locked. You're a terrible detective. Hercule Poirot is not going to rest uneasy. Kenneth Branagh is not making a movie about you. David Suchet is not lining up to play your part. The door is locked. Look at this scarf. Look at the way it is weaved. Look at the patterns on it. There's a dead body and murderer on board, but have you seen this scarf? How many of us would be exactly like that? I see a crucifix hung on the wall. Can we open it? The door is locked. Look through. I can see inside the cabin. Well done. What do you see? Oh. Ha 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 ha. What a cat. May I ask you a few questions? We appear to have interrupted something. Sorry, Senor Inspector. Daphne is not well enough to be able to answer your questions at the moment. I think this is Julio. But if you want, I'm at your disposal. Very good. I will question Daphne later on. You're getting terrible accents all evening. She's hysterical. Oh. No more wine. Let's ask about Tom. Tom. El Senor Logan is a tough hombre. I think he likes me not. You. Julio. I am Daphne's amigo. Hey, I suppose so. Change subject. Hector. Hector is el butler de Senor Carbonhan. He is un strange senor. Hector's devotion. See, Hector followed el Senor Carabound Han everywhere. Meeting at the bar. I never saw nothing, Perro. Last night I was in the bar. Perro, I was there around 10ish. So he was there at 10ish. Julio in the bar at 10. Okay. Nicholas is deaf. What terrible news, Inspector. Poor Daphne. This was a great shock for her. Is he stuttering? Here you are, Inspector. Even I was completely abashed. El Senor Carabound Khan has always been nice to me. Ah, this was her only familiar. Of course there was Rebecca, but this wasn't the same thing. Okay. I think that's everything. He's just rolling his R's in a very bad Spanish accent. Fair enough. 8:30. Is it locked? His actions is the most suspicious thing we've found so far. It's definitely sus. At some point, he's going to start talking in received pronunciation English. A bell. Can we ring the bell? Come on, let us ring the bell. Operate the rope. Ding-a-ling-ling. The accent did it. Oh, excuse me. We can open the hatchway. It's padlocked. It's certainly murdered the dialect. It's almost like a Frenchman decided what a Spaniard should sound like. Guardrail. The guardrail is closed. Attach chain to... Okay. Canvas. Examine the canvas. An extra sail. Examine the shroud. Shroud seems to be in good condition. Attach the chain to the shroud. No. There's a hook right there. I'll get my hands all dirty. Examine the hook. It's the hook to attach the chain. But he won't put the hook back on the chain. Jesus. The level of entitlement is breathtaking. Yeah, I was wondering. Use it as a... The answer to that is no. Or not yet. Might find it's an item later. Oh, it's now, what, 8:30? We're almost playing this in real time. Examine the ring. The rope holding it came apart from the strain. Okay. Fishnet is in a bad state. Have a look at the ropes. Ropes are well tied. We can't interact with the ropes. Can we have a look through the porthole? Nothing useful. Open the door. The door is locked. Can we knock on the door? If we can't be impolite, can we be polite? It's the lightest of taps. Such the lightest of taps. Let's have a look at the boat. In case there's a shipwreck, can we climb the boat? And what if I fall in the water? Then we get a bullshit Sierra death. This is a mirror of the opposite side, so is the loo. The loo. Waste paper basket, take a look. There's no razor this time. Was there a razor in the other one? There's no razor this time. I mean, okay. Open the tap, lift the toilet seat. If there was an achievement for be a dick, we'd win. But if there's a basket on the other side... Okay, we've not been to the upper deck yet. Let's go to the upper deck. And we meet a character. This is Suzanne. Everybody say hello, Suzanne. What may I do for you, Inspector? Let's ask about Hector. Hector's devotion. Hector has been working for Nicholas as long as I can remember. Hector was Nicholas's dear friend. He is a loyal servant, isn't he? We are basing today's accent off hello, hello. Let's ask about herself. I'm a very good friend of the Calbojon family. There is little to say, Inspector. Julio is the eldest son of a Spanish industrial family. His parents' wealthy situation allows him to lead an idle life. Well, the gentleman says that he is a race car driver, and I fear that he boasts his achievements to anybody that will listen. Race car driver. Race car driver. Julio's cars. Julio is crazy about race cars, but I'm afraid that he would do better to be more involved with his father's business. Okay. It's good to know. Let's ask about Tom. Tom is Nicholas's solicitor. He is not a straightforward fellow. Oh. Okay. Tom is not straightforward. Let's ask about the meeting at the bar. Oh, did I? Thank you. Julio's family. I heard that they're in the textile business, but I am not quite sure. But I bet that Julio would not be able to tell you more. Anyhow, what's certain is that they have a frightfully huge fortune. Julio is in a secure position. The day he decides to get involved in something more serious than his race cars, this fellow will find himself at the head of a veritable empire. Okay, so... we've had that, thank you. Change subject. Let's ask about the meeting at the bar. I was sleeping at the time, conveniently. And what about Nicholas's death? Poor Hector seemed really shocked when he told me the news. It must be said that he was really devoted to Nicholas. Everybody tells us he's devoted to Nicholas. I was frightfully surprised by Daphne's cold-bloodedness when she learned about her father's death. Okay. Why can't we ask about Daphne? Well, whoa! We moved ahead 20 minutes. 20 minutes. What did we miss? What's new, Inspector? Let's do a quick check. Okay, nothing there. Thanks for your help. Oh. Do I want more wine? Is that one my room? No, that's the toilet. There's a basket. Examine. It's empty. Screw you. That is a personal question. I mean... Oh. Got half a bottle left. It's only half strength. That would mean a full bottle at... No, it would mean half a bottle at full strength. It's been a long day. We do still need our wits, right? Okay. So, this central statue we haven't had a look at yet. It equals some old wine. It's a very stunning piece. It is. It's carved from one piece of wood. It doesn't look like wood. Oh, it does, but it looks like it's gilt. I don't know if I can do it. It's somehow disturbing. Was that for the touch? This gives me the chills. Speak. Oh. Interesting. That's a interesting thing. Speak. Enter code. Enter a series of hex codes. Right. Well, lots of people have been talking about Hector. Let's try talking to Hector. Oh! So, we spent... You know, we played through this a little bit. And then we found there was a map. So, you know, nice games have a fast travel system in place. They hold the fast travel. It's quite nice. Allows you to visit places that you visited before. Engine room. Hole. office, you know, butler's cabin. This works really nicely. You just have to know it's here. I don't think we can go to the butler's cabin, but we can... It'll tell us off. I can't get in. No, but we can go outside to the engine room. There we go. And that saves us some time. But it's a really nice fast travel system. It's really well implemented. I don't know if this will be open yet. The door is locked. Okay. So the question becomes, what time is it? We're here. The time is 10 to 9. Okay. Map. We have talked about Julio. So the other thing that's really useful about this map is it tells you who is in each of the cabins. So in the cabin floor, Nicholas and Rebecca's cabin, toilet, you can't get into here yet, interestingly. Raul and Julio, you share a room. You sort of knew that because you'd gone through his hat box. Tom and Rose Logan's cabin. You've met Tom. I don't think you've met Rose yet. But you can't get into that cabin. The captain's cabin. Father Fabiani's and Dick Schmock's cabin. But we can make a go at talking to Julio, since all clues so far point to talking to Julio. So let's go talk to Julio. Hey, Julio! Can I help you, Inspector? Can I help you, Inspector? Okay, so let's talk about Suzanne. Miss Suzanne is very kind. The poor thing is in a very delicate health. It seems that last year she spent several months in the hospital. Why did she spend several months in the hospital? Suzanne's illness. I don't really know what she had. You know I avoid talking to her about it. Yeah. Confinement. This must have lasted 5 months. When she got out, she seemed to have aged 10 years. Poor Suzanne. Okay. Suzanne's been ill. Let's talk about you, Julio. Let's talk about your cars. It's a true amour. Is that all you're going to tell me? Si, it's a true amour. Like, Suzanne told us you'd chew our ear off about it, and that's as far as your chewing goes. Come on, are you racing Formula 1, Formula 3? I want details. I have not much to say of my familia. He really doesn't want to talk about much, does he? It's very weird how everyone knows very specific details about each other, but when it comes to basic info about each other, they have nothing. Basic info about themselves, they have nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about yourself. I know nothing. Tell us things about Tom. Tom was here at such a point. His individual kinks are this, this, and this. And on a Tuesday, you will find him practicing such a thing at such a thing. Wait, what? But what about yourself? I have nothing. El Senor Logan is a tough hombre. I think he likes me not. We can go talk to... It's worth investigating the other characters at this point about the ones that we know. So... Oh, guns and Chekhov. To be honest, I've not seen a single Chekhov in this. Not a proper one. It's been pretty good in that respect. Let's go back to the smoking lounge and see if we can see anybody in there. Not a proper Chekhov. God. Okay. I don't have the spirit of a handyman. What's that? Paper. 6 pixels. Getting used to spotting 6 pixels in this game. Oh! Okay. Wow. Amazing object descriptions. Piece of paper. Paper. Read paper. Receipt for a diamond Cartier bracelet costing £3,000 to Mr. Thomas Logan. Okay. This is the point where you find characters in places you weren't expecting. Let's talk to the barman. May I serve you a little something? No, he's still being useless. Have a look behind. Forget all the worries in the world. Oh, what was that? Something about an empty bottle. What's this empty bottle doing here? That's a gun. That's a Chekhov's gun. That one, right there. Empty bottle. What barman is leaving an empty bottle on the shelf? We get fined for that back in the day. Okay. So, the bar, the smoking lounge, the dining room, the kitchen. We've not been to the dining room yet. I don't know if we can get in that. Can't get in yet. Okay. Can't get into the kitchen either. Laundry room? Time to touch the laundry. It isn't dry yet. It's still indifferent to you. Is that a grate? There's a trapdoor. The water is dripping from the hatchway. Open the tap. We're just going to flood the entire place out. Got here, okay. The response count. 1 second. Let's have a look in the laundry again. Some laundry. Laundry we care about is the guest laundry. Nothing of interest. Oh, come on! It's a laundry room. Observe the umbrella. Behold the umbrella. It's found next to the coat stand. Yes? At some point, it's going to be something important in here. Consider the lilies. Okay. The inspector ends up causing the death of everyone on board by a dysentery after wasting all of the drinking water for no reason whatsoever. I'm currently building... Richard's probably going to go, he's building another machine? I'm currently printing the parts to build the case for a Mr. system this time. The door is locked. What are we missing? Touch the tank. At which point I'm planning on... I'm planning on doing a run of Oregon Trail games. I know that the Apple II version is pretty canonical. Oregon Trail, yes. I would also like to try one of the original basic versions for mainframe. So the original HP version's not available, but there is the listing. There is the basic listing from 1970 something, and I can probably get that running on an emulated mini computer. So I thought we might do different generations of the Oregon Trail. So I thought we might do very early, like the first version of, or one of the first versions of Oregon Trail as it was published in one of the gaming magazines, the original basic listing version. Then do the Apple II commercial version. Then do one of the later graphical versions, and then do the very modern 2020 version that was released recently. Just do it as a step-by-step. Well, that could be quite fun. And die of dysentery many times over. We can get up the rug? No, not now. This does mean I need to do a lot of typing. But I don't have an Apple II, but I am building a Mr. Multisystem. Can I push the column? It doesn't move an inch. Oh, so close to a Sierra bullshit death. I'm waiting for one of you to say, have you saved yet? We can't save. Or we can, but I'm hesitant with saving. We'll save at the end of the evening. Go up this way. Yeah, holler if that sounds like an appealing idea. Generations of Oregon Trail. Ah, there he is. This little ship's boy is dynamic. No comprendo, señor. Aha, Betty is no comprendo. Let's go look at the map. Thumbs up from the partner for Oregon Trail. Happily. Okay. It will take a little bit of organising. It's about a 400-line listing or something like that to type in the original basic version. I'm guessing someone's got a GitHub repo with it all in, but there's still some time to organise that one. Upper deck. So where are we up to? We've talked about Julio with Suzanne. We have You reckon the Obra Dinn would be a good game choice after this? I've not played it. I looked at it, looked a little not actiony, just not necessarily a normal choice for me, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm super happy to give that a play. Daphne Carabound. You're going to tell me I can't go in there, aren't you? Can I go in the Farbers? Can I get to the Farbers yet? I haven't seen the Farber yet. I mean, have you played the Obra Dinn? I take it. You've mentioned it a couple of times. Oh. I loved Papers, Please. It was an amazing game. I zoned out Papers, Please so much. It's the kind of game you can get in with a soundtrack to and just bang, bang, and bang. So good. I think people found it weird that I didn't find Papers, Please pressurizing. I just found it oddly relaxing. Bureaucracy them up. Beautiful name. That door didn't open before, did it? Is this a new door? Ooh! Behold, new door! Yeah, who are you? What can I do for you, Inspector? Is this Tom? Yes, this is Tom. Yes, we know your office takes care of Nicholas's business. Let's talk about Julio. Let's talk about Julio's family. Julio is his father's son. He's an incompetent who would be nothing without his parents' money. Wow, harsh. Julio's fortune. Considerable. Very considerable. Old Nicholas really knew what he was doing when he wanted to marry his daughter to Julio. Julio is his father. Yep, we knew that one. I really don't care about this. He doesn't care about the cars. Julio is the partner that Nicholas had chosen for his daughter Daphne. Wow. There is a very complicated statement. Julio is the daughter that he had chosen for his partner Daphne. Oh. I think that just goes to Reddit's Just No Father-in-Law subreddit. Ooh, the Cartier receipt. But where have you found this receipt? This is none of your business. Tough. Asking anyway. He wasn't anywhere helpful, supposedly. Let's ask about Suzanne's illness. Alcohol is Suzanne's only serious illness. Suzanne underwent several dry-out treatments. 1 second. The last one was barely 6 months ago, yet despite all this, she still continues to drink. It's too bad. Okay? So Suzanne is an alcoholic. Fair enough. Suzanne likes to stick her nose into other people's business, and believe me, the gossip she digs up is unfounded. In any case, Suzanne would no longer be part of our entourage if she wasn't a close friend of Father Fabiani. I don't know why I've given him such a accent, but I have. We've already had about the closeness between those two. I think that's everything. Obra Dinn is a brilliant bureaucracy up. I will definitely go dig into it. I don't know what turned me off about it. That wasn't enough information to move us on. Let's go talk to Suzanne. Oh, Fabiani! Fabiani. I talked about Suzanne, but I didn't talk about Fabiani. You're right. I blame the mulled wine. This is why I play with you lot. I can't interact with anything else in here, just with him. How can I help you, Inspector? I can't ask about Father Fabiani yet. He's not on the list. Under Suzanne's name. Ooh, back with... Some days I wish for a faster ST. I'm building one. So yeah, the Mister I'm building is using the Mr. Multisystem project from RMC. I've got most of the bits. There's some bits I'm waiting for, and I'm printing the case for it at the minute. It's mostly going okay. I do believe 2 parts of the case are holding up a Roland MT-32. Suzanne Fabiani's relationship. But that means I can then emulate an Apple II. I just had a look for the Apple II. I was looking... Just had a look. I've been trying to keep an eye on an Apple II I was moderately interested in. I'd quite like an Apple IIc. I don't want one of the earlier ones. An Apple IIc is compact enough for me to keep in the house. One of the early Apple IIs I'm going to struggle with the space we've got, but an Apple IIc would be quite nice. But at least with a Mister, I can go, hey, put an Apple IIc core on this and just pipe out the content, everything else. I don't want to do a straight emulation, but being able to do it that way would be quite good. They have known each other for a long time, and you know the father has always stuck up for lost causes. Okay. That's as much as we're getting. Oh. Back we go. This is a lot of progress, to be fair. There's something underneath the rug. Can you see it? Just there. Is Fabiani going to have a terrible Italian accent? Would you like him to do Italian, somewhere between Italian and like traditional Romani accent? Or Roman accent? Sorry, not Romani, Roman accent. I mean, I can go for hard Vatican. I spent enough time in Catholic school. I took enough Latin classes. We can go full papal here. Oh, you were talking about... I am committed to my characters. Why not go Father Ted with it? That would be insulting to myself. Right, I'm going to take a 1-minute break and quickly pop the loot, and then I will be back and we will talk to Suzanne about Fabiani, and then we'll try and see if we can get talking to Fabiani, because I think we're at the point of the game where Fabiani should allow us to. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, and we're back. And back to the other mouse. Okay, cool. Let's talk to Suzanne about Fabiani. Can I help you, Inspector? We can't talk to about Fabiani. We can change the subject, talk to her about her, talk to her about Fabiana's relationship. We've known each other for ages. Okay? And I talked about her alcoholism. That's not very gentlemanly to bring up the subject, Inspector. Do not pay attention to this. Can't ask her about her illness. Let's talk about... She doesn't want to talk about herself, basically. Fair enough. I mean, let's be honest. You wouldn't want to either. Okay. Down we go. I do just love the way that the horizon goes up and now. The amount of work that goes into making that happen is huge. Static asset in the foreground, yeah. And this isn't just up and down. Look at the freaking clouds going to the side as well. This is a scrolling effect in the background. You've got to map that in memory on a, like, what, separate buffer? Keep it moving. You've also got the fact that this bad boy is walking in the foreground. Like, how much is going on here? And you have got sweet fuck all in resources to work with. There's nothing in this machine. I mean, there's quite a bit, but compared to many things there's sweet FA to work with, this is not a modern system. Bow down at the temple of efficiency here, folks. Okay. Let's check our map. We are here, outside the toilet. Father Fabiani and Dick Schmock's cabin is on the far side, so we'd be better off going over the top of the deck and then walking down. I don't want to get in, but we can walk to the outside. Okay, back in we go. That one is Daphne's cabin? Door is locked. Door is locked, so that's not our pathway from here. I don't want the time. Okay, so that's not helpful. Those two cabins are inaccessible to us. We know that cabin's inaccessible to us. We don't want the toilet. Raoul's cabin's not helpful to us. Tom and Rose Logan's cabin. Let's pop outside here and see. We've talked to Tom. The captain's not accessible to us. That's on the way home. Is the dining room acceptable? No, dining room's not accessible at this point. let's try knocking on these two doors. That's the captain's door. No answer. Where is the captain? That's Tom's. We've talked to Tom a few times. We're not getting any further with Tom at this point. Bye, Tom. What we are getting with is he found that the receipt was a private matter. Bye. Like and subscribe. Okay, back to the map. Oh. Can't get to the dining room. Can we get to the alleyway outside the dining room? Something that's itching my brain about dining room. Door is locked. Let's not use the map. Let's check the... We are clearly missing something here. We've been in the bar. We've been in the smoking lounge. We haven't been in the dining room yet. We can't go into the kitchen. There's nothing for us in the dining room. Front hall? The front hall where the kid is. Yeah, okay, or was. Fine. Let's work out our bits. Can't get to the hold. There's nothing for us in the office yet. That's the most obscene looking upper deck that it could be. Let's go back to the engine room. We can't access anything in here yet because still locked. You can't knock on this door, unlike any other. Can't get into the hold. That's waiting for a key. Julio is still in the room. Go back to the smoking lounge. The fact that we haven't talked to the father has really thrown a spanner in my works. Hold the film projector. Hold the film projector and examine the film projector. Ah. It's missing a spool. Okay. Plugged into a live cable. Right, so we need a second spool of film. We're looking for film. You put the projector inside the piece of furniture. Somewhere we missed that. Stop the gramophone. Doesn't feel like picking up the gramophone. JV Big Band. We picked up the paper from here. We now know we're missing a spool of film. Back in the bar. There was nothing. This feels like a place that should be doing something. Red cloth on the table, nothing to search. It's not the right time to pull the table. Impossible to move it any further. And spiritualism won't help us. Inspect this table. Gravy on the tablecloth. Lamp on the table. Nothing strange. Let's behave ourselves when in front of the witnesses. Smooth like a tablecloth. Wouldn't do anything about the bench. And the barman wasn't any help. Showed the piece of paper. Oh! I remember it very well. It happened last night. Father Fabiani arrived first. Mr. Carabagnan joined him. They sat right here. The father looked furious and they spoke so low that I couldn't hear a thing. They left 10 minutes later. Thank you for the information. I think I'll ask Father Fabiani a few questions. 1 minute, Inspector. What? Stuff being thrown to the right. That got left on the table. In the rush, the father forgot his maths book on the table. It is now 9:10. Read the prayer book. You find a letter. Okay, you take the letter. Well, what does the letter say? Oh, that took a while to work out. I've received some very offensive information about you. Oh dear. Well, this went full Catholic. If these rumours are proven true, our entire brotherhood will be disgraced. And if that happens, we will have no choice but to take severe action against you, Lord Bishop Marietti. Prescription. Which paper? This paper? No, not that one. The piece of paper. The piece of paper that no longer exists. Apparently we've got a limited inventory. So the meeting was for F. And obviously he left his... So he was clearly here. Fine. And... Fabiani. Disgrace. Right, let's go see if we can talk to Fabiani. Feels like we can finally maybe talk to him. Map. Use. He's going to be in one of two places. Not there. Is he in his room? He's in his room. We're about to get chucked out. Remember this. Priest does not like unannounced visitors. Oh! Priest is not here. Snooping time. It covers up the scarf. Examine the scarf. It belongs to Fabiani. Examine the bedspread. Open the wardrobe. We want the drawer. Let's be honest, we want the drawer. Open the wardrobe. Come on. We could be seen at any time. Laundry. Pants. Shoes. Boring stuff. Case. Suitcase. Giggity. Good lord, playing cards, dice, a roulette wheel and chips. This suitcase is a real casino on wheels. Let's push that away. Casino on wheels. Empty drawer. Can we close the drawer, please? The problem. I've left the... He is indeed the gambling priest. Chaucer would be proud. See if there's anything else in here. No, that's a box. Examine. Iron box. That's a cassock. Come on, give us a bit of space. A notebook. Pile of notebooks. This is Dick stuff. Boots, sheets, pillowcases, books. I would look at the books. Or not. What about the boots? Riding boots. Let's close that drawer. Let's hide our misdemeanor. I think we're done here. We found the smoking... Ah! Yeah! Dick's got a cabinet. I mean, I don't expect to be a portal and gambling on wheels, portable casino on wheels, but it's probably an idea to go check. Hold the suitcase. The suitcase is closed. Oh. I mean, you're a shit detective. Pull the bedspread. The teddy bear belongs to Dick. Okay, well, do you want to do something about that? Does the teddy bear have a nappy on? Can we pull it back? Yes. Right. Okay. Okay, Father Fabiani. Right. Now, I know this is where you're supposed to be. Doesn't mean you are here, but I've got pretty damn sure this is where you're supposed to be. There we go. Excellent. Good morning, my son. I came from the bar and the waiter told me that you have my prayer book. That's what we're going with. Ah, how scatterbrained I am. At my age, the memory starts to go. The accent could be worse, it could be better, but it's what we're going with. So what's new, Inspector? Okay, let's talk about Suzanne first. We have been good friends for a long time. Suzanne is a brave girl. Okay. It was 6 months ago that the poor girl had to dry out, and despite this she is still drinking. Alas, God forgive her. She's still a drinker. Suzanne is a good girl, Inspector. Unfortunately, when she had one drink, she can't stop herself from having a second and a third. Okay. Let's ask about Julio. He is a nice boy, but he is not very productive. Julio has a very generous father. Okay. Getting Suzanne drunk sounds like a future plot point. You scab. Excuse me for being frank, Inspector, but for me Tom is an opportunist. He is a young and brilliant, but he takes advantage of this. And see now where this has brought Rose. One breakdown after another. This marriage has ruined her life. Rose was captivated by Tom. When this bright boy appeared in her life, she lost her head. Whether he liked it or not, Rose's father finally gave his consent to their marriage. Maybe with the hope that his daughter would forget being jilted in a previous love affair. Once married, Tom started going out, leaving his wife to run after the first skirt that appeared. Oh dear, Tom. Oh dear indeed. Oh dear, you go playing. And it doesn't sound like she's into it. Hector is a good butler. This Catholic priest is suggesting that she's in an unhappy relationship. That is all that he is suggesting at this point. Hector and Nicholas got along very well. Okay. So what? I have picked the right accent for this. Meeting at the bar. Dear priest, what about the meeting at the bar? So what? Sad news. Nicholas was a good person. Poor Tom. Not surprising that he has financial problems. Asking about the Cartier receipt. Okay, so we've asked about Julio. We've asked about Tom. Ooh, let's ask about him. Told me about you. I am a close friend of the Cowbandian family. Ask about the letter. Where did you get this? It's none of your business. Mind your own business, Inspector. Apparently I shouldn't ask about the suitcase. I mean, Inspector. Ask, mind your own business, Inspector. Inspector. It's in the name. Okay. 9:30. Right. Nice bottle. Bottle of red. Examine the drawer. There's nothing of interest in the drawer. Nothing's taken notes. Examine the cutlery. Examine the fruit. Examine the lilies. Delicious, juicy fruit. Could have sworn this was the pathway to salvation. Go back out and back in. He is eating with cutlery. Back in we go. Is he still here? Is he gone? cutlery. It's used for eating. It is. Okay. Can I help you, Inspector? We've had everything we're going to have off him. But the dining room's now open to us. The priest has indeed got a knife to eat with, but we don't have access to it. A good little meal. This might be a comebacker to her. Oh! We talked about Hexer with him, didn't we? Right. Quick bit of maths. So 11%, 75 cell, yeah, that's okay. 0% obviously, because we're on Twitch. Oh. Back to the map. Alexander pulls out his magic map. Let's try again with the butler's office. Or the butler's room, anyway. Keep trying to use the wrong mouse to do the wrong job. It's okay. Okay. It's fine. How are we doing over here? Still locked? The door is locked. I know it's locked. Not the time, the map. The map, the map, the map, the map. We have more about his relationship, so it probably makes sense to go and talk to Upper Deck, to Suzanne. Suzanne has the closest relationship with the father. Hello. And goodbye. So let's go talk to Suzanne. So what's new, Inspector? We haven't got anything to get her drunk with at this point, and I'm genuinely uncomfortable with getting her drunk. Fabiani, the bishop's letter. Father Fabiani told me that he had some troubles, but I didn't think that they could be so serious. Fabiani's worries. Listen, Inspector, I'm afraid that there are some nasty people who amuse themselves by soiling the reputation of others. Suzanne Fabiani's friendship. We've known each other for ages. Fabiani's suitcase. I have never seen this suitcase. Okay. There was nothing helpful there. What are we missing? Ah, she's a gossip. Tom's financial difficulties. It doesn't surprise me, Inspector, and he deserves it. Tom and Rose's marriage. I honestly think that Rose... Speaking of soiling, you should see what the inspector has been doing with all the bathrooms on this ship. I honestly think that Rose did not make a good choice, don't you? We haven't spoken to Rose yet. We've spoken to Tom, but we've not seen Rose to speak to. Which is interesting. Like, it's not a big ship. Who's for a corpses? We haven't tried speaking to Daphne for a while. Big are these rooms? They're not insignificant, really, are they? Is she open to us? Knock, knock. Door is locked, so she's not open to us. So, we've spoken to Father. We've not spoken to Daphne, but Suzanne and Daphne share a room. We've still not spoken to either of those yet. We've spoken to Julio a moderate amount. Might be worth speaking to Julio a little bit more. We've spoken to Tom, but not to Rose. We've not seen the captain. Let's see if Julio is got any information on the good father. Yes, I wanted to speak to you. What may I do for you, Inspector? So let's ask about Fabiani. Let's ask about the bishop's letter. I have not seen the letter. I don't think so, Perrault. Maybe Perrault. I've never heard of it. Okay, he's not being helpful. The suitcase? I don't know nada. Not helpful. Suzanne, an alcoholica? Impossible, Senor Inspector. Okay. Where did we get the information about her alcoholism from? I think it was from Tom, wasn't it? This is our room. You know nothing, Julio Snow. Amazing, yes. It's going to turn out that he did it and he buried the body as well. You know nothing, Julio Snow. Tom knew about the alcoholism. Yeah, that's true. You know nothing, Julio Snow. That's going to become the banner, isn't it? So where haven't we got so far? Is it worth us heading to the bar? Usual rules in adventure games are when you're stuck, you go to the bar. No, when you're stuck, you usually take everything up and then you remove the nails. That principle has not applied. The time hasn't moved on since we talked to the good father, has it? We can show people things. We can show people things. What are we carrying that we can show people? The Cartier receipt isn't helpful at this point. Still loving You Know Nothing, Julio Snow. It's brilliant. No, we need to get into there, but we can't yet. We know we can't get into the engine room yet. Not the engine room. We know we can't get into the butler's office yet. We're not that far ahead. None of these things open up because they require levers, and this is locked. The dining room is occupied. Yep, the door is locked. Well done. Which means we can't get our makeshift flathead screwdriver. Which would tell me that we're missing a conversation piece. Lord almighty, how do you get rid of it? What was the paper? Read the paper. Diamond Cartier bracelet. Yes, we know about the Cartier bracelet. What haven't we done here? We've been through these options. We know about Tom's. Do we need to go and talk to Tom about his infidelity? We have talked to Tom about the Cartier receipt. But I think we need to go talk to Tom about his infidelity. That might be the bit we're missing since we got it off him. Let's go talk to Tom. Let's go see Tom. Still haven't seen Rose. Want to know what that is. Something sticking out from under a rug. Can I help you, Inspector? No, can I help you, Inspector? I think that was Tom, give or take. You. Your marriage! It's a complete success! We were made for each other! Not at all! My financial state is in very good health. Well, he was helpful, wasn't he? Unfortunately, he doesn't give us any additional information. Oh? I think it's time to go and grab a very subtle hint. Is there a UHS? There is not a UHS. There is a walkthrough. It could, but we can't interact with anything in Tom's room whilst we're in there. You can either talk to Tom or that's it. Oh, excuse me. Suzanne should apparently be in the bar. He's not. Talking to Tom about everything is apparently part of the answer. Okay. We are going to have to get her drunk. Awkward. I think she gets herself drunk rather than us getting her drunk. Yeah, she's not here yet, so we haven't done something. Buzz suitcase, puts it back, head to the dining room, return the bread book to Fabiani, talk to him whilst you are here. We've done that. And then goes to the upper deck and talk to Suzanne. Matt, use. Come on, where's the upper deck? Upper deck. We have talked to Suzanne about everything. What haven't we talked to Suzanne about? We've not triggered something. What may I do for you, Inspector Tom? Yeah, okay. Let's go through all of the topics. Textile business, Julio's in a secure position, large fortune, sleep soundly. Hey, you.
Hi, are you still on?
Yes, for another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Father Fabiani is a good man. Told me that he had some troubles. Didn't think it could get so serious. I'm afraid that there are some nasty people who amuse themselves by soiling the reputation of others. I've never seen this suitcase. I'm a very good friend of the family. We've known each other for ages. Let's talk about something else. Not very gentlemanly. Don't pay attention to this. We've talked about Hector. Loyalist servant. Sleeping at the time. Devoted to Nicholas. I was rightfully surprised. Daphne's cold-bloodedness when we learned about her father's death. I never saw the receipt. Okay. Now to Tom. Trying to work out what we've missed. I do, so, small point, I use a Microsoft OptiMouse with my Atari. It's a nice thing. It's much nicer than Tank. I've got a Mouster, I think it's called, which plugs into the standard DB9 port, provides a USB out, and then hooks up to, and it'll work in theory with any USB, but this, yeah, I grabbed a standard IntelliSense mouse, and it's by far the nicest mouse for working with this that I've ever had. It's a lovely interface. What's new, Inspector? Let's start with him. Let's go through everything. What have we missed? He doesn't care about Julio. Fabiani. Ah! I see you're a well-informed, Inspector. Indeed, Father Fabiani doesn't ever leave his suitcase because despite looking like a saint, he's one hell of a gambler. Fabiani's vice. The father is a gambler. I have sometimes seen him lose a big wad of money. He never told me about this matter. I have never heard anything of this letter. Old friend of the family. I have returned victoriously. You say that. Apparently we only still have one viewer on this channel. My viewer count is absolute balls. Right. Okay. 2 if you count my partner. I'm going to count 3. Because Kat's just joined back in, and that, my viewer count is utter rubbish right now. Or the active viewer count that my thingy shows is utter rubbish. Okay. I'm going to go to the dining hall, and there's method in my madness. Hi, Jack! Nice to meet you. Not met you, but hi, nice to meet you. Oh, he's still here? Jeez, he's taking his time with this. Okay. Right, closing the walkthrough, because... How is he not drunk? It's 1 bottle of wine, and, likewise, it's only 1 bottle of wine. Let's go with the map, and... So what have we got? We know that Father Fabiani is a massive gambler. We know that, he's in trouble. Yeah, he's here. I was expecting to have moved already, but he's not moved. So what's changed? Has Suzanne moved? Start at 7, finish at midnight. We've not moved on to the coffee course yet. Suzanne's not here. We know Fabiani has vices. We know that he's in trouble. Who's going to be available at this point? Fabiani's the focus right now, right? So that means Suzanne. Fabiani and Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. How may I help you, Inspector? We have the piece of paper that was in the smoking lounge. Oops. This is nothing but gossip. But gossip's important, and gossip is a thing that we can get from other people as well. So gossip is useful. I'm happy to pop back to the smoking lounge. The prayer book has gone back to Fabiani. Which is one of those, there is no prayer book in Catholicism, it's a Bible. And it's either a prayer book or a missal. It's one or the other. There is no prayer book. Prayer book is a Church of England and then Anglican thing. It's a missile if it's not. Sorry. I'm looking at walkthrough right now due to an absence of ideas. I'm working through the... So this game works on milestones. So it's expecting you to have hit markers. So the question is, what have you done? What have you who have you talked to? Which bits have you interacted with or not interacted with to hit the markers at this point? So... yeah, we did move the timer along, but we're still at a certain point. So let's pop out here. Let's see if we can talk to Daphne, because I don't know. You're still locked. Okay. There's a few big events that start to open up. And one of them is Daphne becomes available. The other is the butler's cabin becomes available. And people don't move until the milestones have been hit. So if we go back to the bar, not there. So we've not hit the 10 o'clock milestone yet. I know what we've not done. I think I'm using the wrong mouse again. Matt, use. Where's Raoul? That one. Oh. No, it's not ready yet. Fine. Can't go through that part. Unless you talk to him about characters we can interact with. Julio. Back in. Come on, back in you go. Let's find the bit we're missing. You can hit the 10 o'clock mark in game. We'll wrap it up tonight. Come on, you. What's new, Inspector? Let's talk about Suzanne's illness. Alcoholism. We know we won't talk about that. No, don't drop out this dialogue. Back in you go. Imagine how much quicker this would be with a 16 megahertz processor. Okay, back in. What's new, Inspector? Fabiani's vices. This does not concern me. Okay, thanks for the help. What happens if we go into his room? Tick, tick, tick. That's the bathroom. Alexander pulled out his magic map. No, 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 no. Yes. Back in. The top deck really does look rather obscene. Did click on the X, yeah? Yeah. Rotate the crucifix. It makes sense, the cross stays where it is. Observe, it's hung on the wall. Coat stand. Lift the rug. Can't do it. Why? I noticed it has a mat on it. Okay. I'm with you. Walkthrough time. What starts out as a promising mystery game gets bogged down by its overly structured design. Oh. Yeah. $9.50. No. Okay. Apparently the bit we are missing. Wait for it. Speak to Fabiani, ask him about Suzanne's relationship. Yep. Yep, I just hit the same point. Quite possibly. Not the first one, the second one, right? Can I help you, Inspector? Nicholas Suzanne's relationship. That'd be great, except Nicholas was a good person. You see the problem? Oh, I remember why. You need to open up. Goes to the main deck, port side over to the bottom door to meet Julio. We need to right. We are missing a bit of information from Julio before we can get there. Okay, go back to Julio. Where are you, Julio? You are here. The bit that we are missing is the relationship with Suzanne. Julio Snow does know something. He does. Wait for it. The problem with playing bit tree twice is you occasionally forget a thing, or you think you've already remembered a thing. You have a fake memory of a thing because you've already done a thing. Can I help you, Inspector? Which way is it going to be? Suzanne Fabiani's friendship. Miss Suzanne and Padre Fabiani saw each other often for a time. If El Padre had not been a priest, I would have sworn there was something between them. No, seriously, I heard that Suzanne is under medical treatment, and El Padre is in charge of watching over her. He even insisted that Suzanne be invited on the cruise. Thank you. So that establishes that Suzanne and Fabiani are on that relationship exists. So if we go to Suzanne, yep, we did that. That's good. Suzanne's invitation then becomes an item. El Señor Carabanjan was not very keen about the idea, but he finally gave in to El Padre's wishes. It seems that El Señor Carabanjan doesn't appreciate Miss Suzanne too much. He doesn't like her. Nicholas Suzanne's relationship becomes an option. This is none of my business, Inspector, but yesterday afternoon I saw them arguing again. Okay, so now we know that the two of them have been arguing. That advances that bit. So we know that Suzanne didn't get on with Nicholas. Now we can go to talk to Suzanne about her relationship with the family. This is the magic bit that we've been trying to get to. Matt, use. Bar. To the bar. Oh boy. Oh, shitting hellfire! Okay, not quite. Fabiani first. Isn't that a nice effect? See how the doors swing? And see not just the way that the movement of the door moves, but see the colour as they move as well. It uses a flat colour as it moves, because that's easier to draw, but also as it moves, there's a little bit of perspective as it shifts around as well. That's nice. Okay, so back to the map. See, I can do alcohol and I can do critical commentary at the same time. Back to the dining room. He's still bloody well here, because Italiano. I notice he's not onto the cigarette course yet. Can I help you, Inspector? Right, Suzanne. Nicholas-Suzanne's relationship. Suzanne and Nicholas were like cat and dog. Undoubtedly because she was the only one who dared stand up to him. Interesting. They spent their time arguing. For instance, just yesterday, as I was going back to my cabin, I came upon them as they were arguing. So, as he was going back to his cabin, he came upon them as they were arguing. Well, okay. $10. I think now is an excellent time, after we know about the arguments, Suzanne and Nicholas arguing, I think that's a perfect time to wrap up. So, here's the point where we hold our breath, because I'm going to press F9, which is going to freeze the game state and exit it and hold it in memory. This either goes great or badly. And okay, we then need to open up an application called gut20.prg and save the current state. We save it in a file, hands-free for a minute, and that is the game state saved in memory. That's it, done.